President Cheney's been the most dangerous vice president we've had probably in American history.
That was Joe Biden back when he was still campaigning, taking a shot at the man he'll soon replace, Dick Cheney. Both men, longtime Washington power players, of course, with very different views about power and, fair to say, not a lot of admiration for each other. Yesterday, their differences of opinion erupted into a kind of a bare-knuckle war of words on the morning talk shows. Brian Todd has the raw politics.
How much things have changed since that first meeting after the election. Dick Cheney levels a broadside against Joe Biden on the issue of whether Biden will have as influential a role in the West Wing as he did.
If he wants to diminish the office of vice president, that's obviously his call. I think that President-elect Obama will decide what he wants in a vice president. And apparently, from the way they're talking about it, he does not expect him to have as consequential a role as I've had during my time.
A spokeswoman for the next VP fires back. What the American people want from a vice president is not boasting about how much power they have. Only Vice President Cheney would think that putting the vice presidency in its proper constitutional role diminishes the office. Joe Biden tells CNN he will have the new president's ear.
My role as vice president is unlike some of the others. I've asked for no specific portfolio. That is, I take care of the environment or one particular area, and that I be essentially his counselor-in-chief.
One historian says it's not really up to the vice president to decide what his role will be.
Very much in his first year, the president said, Dick Cheney has a lot of power. That's what I want. I'm delegating a lot to him. I don't think Barack Obama is going to delegate that much to Joe Biden.
Biden also criticizes Dick Cheney's views on how to keep America safe.
The advice that he has given to President Bush has been not healthy for our foreign policy, not healthy for our national security, and it has not been consistent with our Constitution, in my view.
I think the fact that we were able to protect the nation against further attacks from al-Qaeda for 7.5 years is a remarkable achievement. To do that, we had to adopt some unpopular policies that have been widely criticized by our critics.
No apologies from Cheney for his style, either.
Did you really tell Senator Leahy, bleep yourself?
I did.
Any qualms or second thoughts or embarrassment?
No, I thought he merited it at the time. And we've since, I think, patched over that wound, and we're civil to one another now.
Biden thinks Cheney should follow President Bush's lead in reflecting on his time in office.
I think that President Bush, unlike Vice President Cheney, is upon reflection, beginning to acknowledge some of the serious, if not mistakes, misjudgments that he made.
When asked what advice he would give his successor, who once called him the most dangerous vice president in American history, Dick Cheney said simply that Joe Biden hasn't asked him for any advice. Brian Todd, CNN, Washington.
We'll just add more on the vastly different styles between these two men and what a change in the office could bring. We'll talk to our panel about that, David Gergen and others. Plus, Pastor Rick Warren speaking out